Learn how to do all your, and I mean, how much knowledge do you really have, because most of us that go to prison go in with either GED or 10th grade level, and, we fought to get lawyers in the prison, and we lost that. So basically, they only provide you with, a paralegal, which is basically what you can become, and which I became a paralegal because I had to try to fight, mentally on how to advocate for my life, And a police officer testified 5 years later. A police officer notified the prison and told him that he was informed who committed the crime, that I didn't commit the crime, and he was willing to testify on my behalf. He flew from Michigan to Illinois, and he testified at the hearing before Governor Edgar. So it just went ignored. You got a whole police coming in here telling you that I didn't commit the crime, but nobody cared on the Prison Review Board to investigate it. I didn't have any money for a lawyer or to help myself, so it just went by, and it went past Governor Thompson, Governor Edgar, Governor Bogorovich, Governor Ryan. My papers are still on this. I'm still calling them people like, I wish you listened to me, because I feel that African American women period, I mean, it's great that, even the men don't get all the help that they need. There's a select few. But when the exonerations went down and all the people walked across the stage, they were all men. You saw no women. So what you're saying is that the men get wrongly treated, and you're saying that when a woman is arrested, that they're actually giving us due process? That's not true. There's got to be some woman somewhere in this whole state that didn't get due process. That I know, and I'm one of them, and that's why I'm here, because I know I didn't get due process. But what I depend on and what I really love is the students, because when I was in prison, when I hear from the students and they write you, you're like, okay, I got one, you're always writing to the universities. Will you please look into my case? We need you because you're our eyes, you're you're the strength, you're the wisdom that we don't have. You're the people who, okay, I'm gonna look at this here case, and you're somebody outside of the picture who can study your case, because if you're studying your own case, like me, you start getting emotional, you can't focus because you're upset, it's you. But if someone else is studying your case, they can see things that you can't see because you're getting too caught up into, I know I didn't do that, and you missed something, So we really need the students, and the students are just a blessing, And I prayed, I wrote many years to try to get Northwestern students to take my case, and they write me, I sent them my papers. It was so hard to get things copied, afford postage, because when you're in prison, basically it might be 5 people that keep up with you after the first 2 years, maybe. I know all those years, I probably can count about 5 people that just stuck with me all the way into the end. Matter of fact, I just got a letter finally from Northwestern, and I will be responding to it. What they wrote me about, I finally got up with them. Well, what they're talking about in this letter here is that once I got released, the agreement of the court was that I served 60 years. They gave me the extended term at 24 years old for the first offense that they ever accused me of, and so that was to serve 60, and at that time it was to do 50%. So, and that was to serve 30. So I served the 30, and I came home January 19th. Of last year. I've been home like a year now, thank God. And I finally got a letter from Northwestern. And I was like, oh God, well, maybe they remembered me now, But it isn't about that. It's about the new law. There's a new law for register. So after I'd done my time, when I came home, they said, well, part of your parole agreement that you have to register for the next 10 years as a murder conviction. You have to let them know when you move and all that or whatever. And I'm like, but I've done the agreement of the court. When I went to court, there was this, like you sign a treaty. I did my part, they convicted me, I'd done what they wanted me to do. Now, at the end of me doing that, you're going to hit me with something extra. To me, it's unconstitutional, because how do I get further punished after you've already punished me excessively? So this is what they want to know about those of us that are, are under this registry, what we feel about it and how we respond. Now, of course, I will respond to that, but I just kind of want to share that with everybody, how the law is. I mean, you go to jail, they tell you to do this time and pay this fine, you're supposed to be done. They're not supposed to tax you at the end of whatever you've done and say, okay, we want you to pay another $100 just because we just thought of a new law, and I think that should apply to you. The law shouldn't go like that, So I'm gonna have to, fight that also, along with trying to just dig up whatever's in the police lockup, all the police reports, all the transcripts. A student actually